This was shot in the spring of 2010, but the boy's father just put it online a couple days ago. I talked to him, interviewed him, asked him why he posted this now, and really what it was about the search that upset him so much.
There's another human being putting their hands on my child. That's not acceptable. If he was putting his hands on my child in McDonald's or any place else, we would immediately have him arrested and we would call the police.
Did you feel the agent was intrusive or disrespectful?
I think the whole exercise was intrusive and disrespectful to a human being, and especially a 3-year-old human being.
There have been big changes in the way kids are screened. Back in September, the TSA put in new rules that are supposed to reduce pat-downs for kids under 12. They can leave their shoes on. They can go back through the metal detector another time. They get more of those explosive swabs, those little white pads you can see sometimes. As for this specific case, since this boy was in a metal wheelchair, which would have set off a metal detector or a screening machine, he'd probably still get some kind of a pat-down. So they don't go away entirely, but you're likely to see less of them. And the TSA has sort of shifted its focus. It's something they call risk-based screening. Remember, today they started letting people over 75 leave their shoes and jackets on in some airports. And essentially, they're saying some people who are the least risky will get generally less intrusive screening, so they still go through random checks. And one note, something that we should point out, CNN folks have seen ourselves, TSA inspectors will often go through and try and test their own defenses, and one place they look is in a wheelchair, a cast, a back brace, because it's human nature to not want to inspect there. So you're never going to be pat-down free. Even if your grandmother's in a wheelchair, she might get a pat-down because that's the way they do security.